Hello, welcome to Hockmed Gaming. I'm Hockmed. We are here with some more out of ore. We have a mess to pick up. We have a lot of dirt. Um, Last time we were running the old bagger, and I knew this was getting full, but we got it really full. All the way up there and all the way down here. So we got to clean that up. We got to get the dirt out of here. And remember, we said coal and dirt we can't run by hand. We got to put it into a truck. So we got to figure that system out too. Well, not really figure it out. We kind of just got to do it. But first and foremost, let's see what we're going to unlock real quick. I think I removed everything that I've already unlocked. So let's see here. Looks like we are getting the fuel truck. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Um, Obviously not what I'm wanting. I want the freaking loader. But we know how that's been going. Pretty much every time. We never get what we want. Alright, first and foremost, let's shut down the plant. Let's, power you off. Alright, let's see here. Let's pull this stuff just down out of the way. So when we get something, we know what we got. Alright, and next, let's see what we have. We need, like, a chute. We at least have one of those. If not, not a huge deal. I can steal it from... I can steal it from here. Of course, I'll forget to replace that, but that's okay. Alright, first we got to clear a little path here. Actually, we got to clear a lot of stuff. So we got all of this to clear. I'm not going to be able to clear that, I don't think. I do want to do at least a little digging because there are new dirt effects, apparently. From the last beta update, because I run beta, so I'm kind of curious in seeing those. But we got to get this done first. We got to get our plant up and running. I got to figure out where I'm going to put this dirt, because I'm not driving it all the way up to sell it right now. So I got to look at where I need to, like, want to level off something. Might as well use it there. Alright. I think we want to... Yeah, let's just go with, like, a little straight and a chute. I think our truck should fit under there. I think this is my guy, right? Yeah, it can definitely fit under there. Alright, so let's get this guy emptied out. Oh, I guess I'm kind of an idiot. I turned off this, but I kind of need it on. And I think I have to turn this on too again. Yes. Alright, we're up and running. And this is something we may need to rethink as well. Because, well, I guess I can speed it up. As I say, this could take forever, and it's probably going to take forever anyway. So my plan is, if I pull away, it'll just keep dropping dirt, and it'll just, keep cycling it through the system. So not a huge deal, I don't think. The problem is where do I want to put this crap? Looks like we might need Like some through here. This is where the bigger trucks will definitely help out a lot. Because, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, we'll want some here. But the next question is, where else do I want or need dirt? Hmm. So I don't know if that's the new effect, but if it is, I feel like that looks different, right? It's hitting and kind of falling down a little bit more. I mean, this is... I mean, we're looking at, what, about 2 to 3 trips per. And I don't have anywhere to dump this stuff that's essentially close, so... You never know, we may end up having to get... Jesus, that's a little steep, huh? Once we get explosives, blow up some huge holes and have it just kind of fill it up. Or I'm just going to hook it up to automatically sell. Can I really not make it up this hill? I know it's kind of steep, but... I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm just doing it different, or it's been a while, but I feel like the dumping of the dirt kind of went a little bit better there than in the past. It might just be me. I kind of stopped dumping dirt that way because it was so bad, but... But anyway, this will be the same kind of system I think I plan on using for asphalt, concrete, whatever it is we need to get into the truck. Guess I can go ahead and start cleaning up here. I mean, part of me just wants to throw another storage container on there and be like, all right, we're good, let's go. But, it's only going to compound our issues. Might need to get a sell point. Kind of takes away from driving into town, but again, do we really want an entire episode of... Actually, I mean, it wouldn't even be one episode. It would be so many episodes trying to empty out this whole thing. I think even with a 400, I think it would take a while. I said, at least for now, I know it's kind of low here. do it a few times here and see. But ideally, we do need to rework this whole plant. I did, as you might, if you didn't see, I ended up removing all the money for the bagger, another 50K for delivery, and then I think I took off like another 50K for random stuff that I may have bought and forgot about, like some conveyor parts and stuff. I don't exactly remember what all I bought, but I figured 50K probably covered it. But yeah, I definitely want to get our plant a little more organized, a little better, definitely bigger. I mean, that's about all I can do up there, but I do have a giant mess down here. When I say giant mess, a giant mess. So this is where I want like a little skid steer, you know? Pop these walls off, drive in here, move some dirt around. Alright, let's take a look here. Do I even have... I mean, is that... I'm just filling up the hopper, right? Yeah, okay. I think it's just such small amounts. So I've taken a couple, so if... Bigger truck definitely wouldn't be too bad process-wise and time-wise. And I guess ultimately it's like removing tailings. Let's just dump this here. Come on, start pouring. Start pouring. But either way, I mean, 13 minutes in minus a few minutes spinning the wheel talking. I mean, looking at 10 minutes. This, fortunately, just does not seem ideal for a recorded playthrough where you guys are going to sit here and watch it. Unfortunately, a lot of my ideas and thoughts and plans didn't really take into effect, you know, the viewer experience, I guess, per se. I know if it was just digging, most of y'all, that's what you like and want to see too. So that's not a big deal, but love to get up here and get that iron right there. But I also want to get a bigger truck for it, because that's a decently long trip. Alright, freaking hate that it don't pull out. What else do we want to get? I don't know what else we can get. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to get... Do I have anything to sell on me? We got a bunch of pay dirt. I don't know where I got that from. Don't look like it. Yeah, I still... This game's missing water. I feel like that is... I don't know. I feel like you watch any kind of mining... Well, again, every time I do it, I always compare it to gold mining. Not just, you know, what this game is. Just mining in general. Which one's that dumping into? Oh, that second one. So close. Good enough. Alright. That's how we're doing it. Alright. Still all this dirt and pay dirt in there. No, let's keep a stack of dirt. Aluminum. There's still coal in there. Should have bought another chute when I was there. That would have been a good, useful thing. Let me double check. I feel like I always buy extra stuff, but apparently I did not do it, or I did and already used it. Okay. I'm gonna let you sell... Whoops. Yeah, I forgot about that I unhooked that. Alright, well, while that's doing that, let's get down here. Let's clean up this mess the best we can. Once that's emptied, then we can do things a little different, obviously. We'll get it cleaned up as much as we can, and then we'll have to pull these belts up, and I think they're all done, right? Yeah, okay. We'll have to remove them. Well, on a bright note, I'm getting diamond ore and ruby ore from the stuff that was already, you know, sorted. And let's move this out of the way. I think if I would have had wood floor there, I don't know if I would have made it. I don't know. I guess because it slid off down to here, I'm guessing. If it would have been probably would underneath here. Like, I know we're not there. Probably wouldn't have made a mess. It would have just deleted itself, right? That's pretty sure that's what happens with the floor pieces. Yeah, I don't have any way of getting equipment down here easily. If I was a little bit closer to being ready, I would have just said screw it, rip down the plant, and rebuild. But I do think we're going to wait because there is production coming out for sorting of stuff better, it sounds like, from the last devlog. So I'll probably wait for that to rip down the plant. And after we get that piece, we'll rip it down. And I think that'll be at least enough to get us going pretty good. And we got to make some more money anyway. I mean, we're making some now with the dirt, but Season 2. Season of breaking the rules. So, hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day or morning, evening, whatever it may be. Nice about Out of Ore is there's not a whole lot going on in the game to really talk about. So I get to kind of go over different things happening in the channel and stuff like that. So as of this recording, it is November 24th. This week, it's Monday. Originally, me and another content creator streams on Twitch and in the Discord, Beaver Harvester. I was playing Vane. This was like about a month ago when all this happened. I found something in Vane that I thought would be really cool, but it's not really a solo thing. It's not even really a duo thing. I mean, it is. I mean, you could, but I don't think it'd be as fun. But we got together in a Discord call here last week, some point, middle end of the week, and talked out. And I showed him the spot, stuff like that. It's basically a big empty warehouse, mill number 3. And I wanted to build a community there, you know. It's pretty much a giant empty warehouse, runs off generator, so there's no power there minus the generator. I don't believe there's any running water that I know of. There is a generator, like I said, built in. There's a big giant factory building, and then there is a little offside that has an elevator that takes you down to a bunch of mines that I'm guessing are run by like correctional facility people, prisoners, because they're all down there in orange jumpsuits, and there's correctional officers. The mine I didn't know it was down there because Beaver actually found the generator to that. I found the one generator on my solo, and I kind of opened it up, and it's like, oh, okay, powered it up, and I went back over them. It didn't work. I'm like, yeah, it's all right, we'll figure it out later. But either way, so I'm talked to him, and I think we're gonna go through it. We're gonna kind of do slight role play on it, and you may not even be interested or give a crap because you're watching Out of Ore. But like I said, it's just a good time to go over some of the news, some of the stuff happening with Hockmed Gaming and whatnot. So we're going to do that. We're going to have roles, builders, chefs, medics, like runners, stuff like that. Some people might not be able to play as often, so they might not want like a head role. Like me and Beaver will start out, we'll be the co-leaders. There's no PvP or anything like that at the moment. I don't know what we'll end up turning it into, but ideally we're just going to survive as a community. Going to be decently hardcore. We're hoping the settings that me and him came up with are going to be hard, but still make it fun. Permadeath will be on, so if you lose your character, you have to start over. Which is fun, adds that degree of I need to protect my character. But we'll have to keep the generators fueled. the water and the base up, because I said there are no running water that I seen. I didn't spend a whole lot of time there, so and just because, like, let's say you're like, you know what, I want to be a builder, that don't mean you can't go out and go kill stuff and loot stuff. Like, that's obviously part of the fun, but we'll try to do it with other, with the runners, or if you're building something, have, different roles like that. That'll be your main thing to do. So it seems like there are at least 2 people in my Discord that have actually came out, so they're interested in each of them. I think I have a buddy or 2. Beaver has some people that he was going to talk to that he thinks would want to do this too. Yeah, so we're going to go that route and kind of play. They'll be learning and stuff like that as we go, and some of the stuff might change. Like right now, the power shuts off like in a week, I think, and the water shuts off in a week or week and a half. Like the shortest time without being instantly off. We took the infection rate from 1% to 2%. I think we're going with 1.5 times zombies, and then like no respawns, nothing like that in the world, no furniture respawns. Some stuff like player damage and bases and PvP is off just in case, just to help with, who knows, griefing. It's not going to be a 24/7 server. It's only going to be up. It's going to be a save. It's only going to be up when we're playing it. I know Beaver will be streaming it on Twitch. There is a good chance I will also be streaming it when we play it, as well as recording. Like obviously, if I stream on YouTube, it automatically throws up the VOD for me, which is nice. But to be determined. Right now, I did stream my race last week. If you didn't happen to see that, I went live for that. That was on YouTube and Kick. I'm still debating on Twitch. I mean, it's Twitch, right? But I have views of Twitch I don't like, but if that's where a lot of people are that want to watch, I don't want to leave them out either. So once my internet gets upgraded, which I actually call them today to say, hey, where's this upgrade? Is it gonna happen if I got canceled again? Then I'll be able to just to stream all 3, no problem. But until then, I kind of got to I can only do 2. So yeah, so we got that going on. If that's something interesting, you let me know. Days and times will be random. Ideally, when me and Beaver can get together, because he's from other side of the world. I'm not going to say where he's from, just in case he doesn't want to know. I'm sure it might be out there in public, but I'm still not my place. Either way, other side of the world. But all his buddies play, like EST and stuff. So we'll probably end up scheduling it when me and him can do it, and hope that everyone can join along. I know it'll be later in the evenings, for Eastern time at least. And it won't be like you have to be at every session kind of thing. It's like if you can come in and play, that's cool. Your role's there. If you can only play once in a while, then obviously you might not want to take like a head scavenger role or whatever the case might be. You might just want to, just be a floater. Okay, I think that's probably good, right? Because what would this be? This should be left, right? Oh, we need both anyway. But yeah, so that's coming up. Like I said, originally we were going to do it this week. I have to get with him. I know it's Thanksgiving this week, so it might make it hard. If we did, it would probably be looking at like a Wednesday or like a Friday. We'll see what happens, but But that's the plan with that. So that's kind of something in the works. I'm gonna pick all this up. Jeez, Louise. I don't think. What was that? Was that a 6 or was that an 8? 6. It clips through a little bit. Without having another chute, it makes it hard. So another thing I'm thinking of too, which would be kind of cool maybe, is instead of just running a giant conveyor that's just taking all the material here, I'm almost thinking to have like a little tiny plant out there that will at least take like the dirt and push the dirt off, into a sell point down there or whatever storage, whatever we want. We're only, kind of send down, like probably this the trauma we want, right? So we maybe do a wash plant, trommel, dirt go off, and then send everything this way. That way, just that system over there can pull the dirt out, and we don't have to worry about it as much. And we can run that one a lot faster, right? This is my thought. This is my thought anyway. I could be wrong, but if we run that one at like the 10x or whatever, to keep up with like the bigger bagger once we start getting it used efficiently and better, it'll clear a lot of the crap out of the way and get it to here fast. And then if this is still even slower, that's fine. But to power all this at 10x is a lot of power requirement we're not going to have early. But we could power, just a few little things, with, we do have a lot of belts to power, but still, I think we could do that more manageable. All them belts and 2 machines as opposed to all these machines. So that is kind of my thought behind that. I think that'd be good to do. You're still pumping away. Let's take a stroll around the property. Let's see if we have any other iron or anything that's like here we could get to fairly easy. I'm hitting and there's coal right there. We know that's coal. I think this is coal. Because if we have some, this is probably coal, right? Yeah, that's coal there. Okay, I guess this is all coal running up here. Kind of getting far away from the plant anyway. I mean, almost to the point where I might as well use a nice smooth road to get to it. I was just hoping there was something. Is that not darker? Kind of looks darker, doesn't it? Maybe not. Look darker to me. I mean, and this is long game too. But we'll probably end up having to put if we come over here to mine, we're probably going to end up having to put like a big sub plant right here. I'm sure this is all coal. Oh, oh. Look at that. Actually got iron. But is that too far? It's kind of far, right? No, we do have some right here, right? Yep, you got a little bit there. I don't know how deep that one goes. It's at least over to there. And I think I probably pushed some of that and said, you know what, we got plenty of that stuff. Yeah, let's grab the roller real quick while that dirt's dumping. Let's kind of roll a little path there, and let's see about getting that stuff. Okay, I already kind of smoothed all that out, so not a big deal. It was very... I don't even know if I used this or if I just did it by hand. I don't remember. Hope you guys got some plans for Thanksgiving, if you celebrate it. I do know that we have a good percentage of people not in the U.S., and I'm not 100% what everyone celebrates and how they celebrate it. I mean, minus some. Like, I know y'all don't do 4th of July, right? That's obviously means nothing to you. I feel like Thanksgiving's just a U.S. thing, but I don't know everybody's culture. Shit, nowadays I can barely keep up with my own. Alright, let's just kinda... Nothing perfect, just a little smooth area, just to help driving a little bit. We'll go grab probably our excavator. I don't feel like we've used that in a while. Let's grab that in our truck. Smooth out this little bit here. Still need that dirt to hurry up and finish. I'm gonna need that thing down in the pit, over there, down at our main pit at some point. It's just a ton of stuff. Oh no, that's right. I hooked that back up so we can shit. We had a decent amount of money in dirt in there. Geez, 150,000, almost 100 and no, 167,000 at the moment. Is this my big one? I think so, right? I only have one. I mean, we still do got more there, but I don't want to dig down. I think we need to take this. here away too. But we got to clear all this and that little bench there. Go down, take our ramp down to whatever depth we want, and then figure out how to use the bagger down there in that situation. Alright, let's go this way. We're just going to top it off with fuel just because. Okay, just trying to remember my buttons. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been in the excavator, I think. I haven't even painted all our stuff yet. I'm just doing so bad. So much stuff I want to do. Still want to get an actual oil, like refinery, oil field somewhere other than just in the middle of this cut. I gotta find that spot. I think probably just want to go up here, right? Don't want to hit it too much. I don't want to delete any material. Kind of delete some and you kind of gain some depending on the situation. Kind of smooth this out just a hair. Back the truck up right here. And of course, you know, we'll beat this on the way back. Yeah, if we could just get ourselves a bigger truck, that'd be useful for things, right? Could have drove up a lot further and then backed up, but you know. Think like there. I think that should work. Alright, let's see if I remember how to use this guy. Alright, see, zoom in a little bit here. Come on, rotate up. Stop being a magnet in the dirt. Is there a different follow? Yes. I always use the wrong one. I want the one that stays with the bucket. I would definitely feel like the dirt falls in there different. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm definitely rusty on this thing. You can tell. Very jittery, like jolty on the controls. I'm not kind of smooth, but we'll get there. Bad thing is right now what I'm grabbing is not even going to be the iron. That's going to be whatever the weird stuff we get out of it. We get like lithium and I think gold sometimes. Maybe a lot of random stuff. Yeah, I feel like the truck fills up in a way different manner. Like it's not so blocky, so that's kind of cool. I mean, could be the balls. I never got to play with the balls. I know I seen videos of it, and the physics and the performance was so bad. It looked like. I mean, you get the same final shape on the truck, obviously, right? Like it seems to be taking the same form, which is fine, what you expect. But yeah, when it goes to fill, it just looks like it fills different. It could be I haven't used this guy in a while. This thing weighed like 5 pounds. Okay, that's probably good and full there. Whoops. I think that's pretty full. All right. So I had some problems with my PC as well. That was fun. I don't remember if I talked about them in my last out of order video or not. I had it was just shutting off. I came back from vacation and it was just shutting down by itself. Well, I went and ended up buying a new power supply. That was kind of what I ruled it down to. Could have been like power supply, motherboard was kind of the main the highest chances was the power supply. And then like motherboard or cooler, because my temps were kind of, my CPU temp was kind of running a little high. I mean, not, let me rephrase that. The temperature was fine, but it was running high for what my computer runs at. Like it was running like 75, 80 Celsius. And normally under load, I'm running like between 50 and 60. So I was like, man, but every time it shut down, like, I was trying to watch my little, statistics and temperature, all that. I never seen it spike. So I was like, I don't know. I'm just leaning towards power supply. So I bumped in, got a power supply, took it out of my new graphic card budget. But at least I'm good to go. So far, knock on wood. has not done that since. Okay, let's move over just a hair. Because I had an 850 in here. No, 850 watt power supply. More than I needed, obviously, for my 3070. But I hate power supply. Like, power supply is one of those things, like, if you get a new graphic card, like, they keep going up, and I hate buying a new graphic or a new piece of power supply when I could have just bought one, like, you know, this one, what was it, like $180 on sale. It was like $40 off, so I got a 1,000 watt because it was the same cost to replace my 850, which is what I need for the 5080, which is the card I plan on getting. So I was like, well, for the same price, I might as well get a little more, a little bit of headroom there. And it ain't gonna help me, but it ain't gonna hurt. Because, like, if not, I would have bought an 850, spent the money, or, you know, even I went lower for what I needed to save money. You know, let's say I spent $80, and then another month or so here, I go and get a 5080. Then I gotta buy a power supply on top of it again for $200. So just upgrade it now. Alright, I think that's why. I don't think I like that follow view for some reason. Just, it's like on a weird pivot point. Come on, baby. Like I said, right now we're just kind of worrying about getting some iron. While that dirt is being separated, since I didn't buy another chute when I was at the store. And we need iron. We need to get our plant built to at least the next stage of it. I'm sure we'll rebuild it again at some point as more pieces come out or we get more money, you know, whatever the case might be. Man, I was gonna do some gaming yesterday, which would have been Sunday, right? Like, somebody I dirt race with invited me to a set of course, like, kind of, I don't know if it's technically a league or not. And I had like 9 minutes in the game before that. But I happened to sit down at my computer and I woke up and I was just kind of messing around doing some things. And on my stream deck, on my profile for just like, you know, gaming, not like recording and stuff like that, I have the temperature and stuff on. I looked over, it said 50. I'm like, oh man, I really need to go clean up them leaves because this might be the last opportunity to do this before the snow falls. And then normally I don't have a ton of leaves. So windy. The wind just blows them right away and they're not an issue. Except for like around the back of my house, like go and like circle around by like a porch and it's like a little broken. But I seen the 50 and the wind hasn't been that strong, so I had a ton of leaves. I think I got, I don't know, like 22, 23 lawn bags out there full. I was like, guy messaged me like, yeah, you gonna make out? I'm like, I can't. I have to take this opportunity to get these leaves picked up. All right, we got filter. Let's see if we have a battery in the truck. Freaking breakdowns. Oh, speaking of that, we'll have like mechanics and stuff in Vane. All right, well, at least I got the filter. And you know what? I don't really want to waste my good battery in that truck. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I want to. Unless I have to. If it goes out and we're still using it. Restart vehicle, continue driving. Yes, sir. Damn, look at the suspension go. I don't even know if all this went in there. I assume it did. If not, I always wish it did. I mean, I guess if it did, we'll have stuff dropping out of here in a minute. Okay, good. Starting to worry for a second. God, man, it's been hour already recording and I've done nothing. That how it be sometimes, though. Need all of this stuff. Don't look like it's a super huge vein of it at the moment, but that is okay, right? Like, it's more than we had, so we'll take it. We'll take it for sure. Guess I should tilt that back all the way or I'm gonna just keep dropping stuff. Yeah, if I had to guess, it's gonna be, it'll be running out here pretty quick. Like where I'm not as concerned with like the lithium and that kind of stuff, it does sell still. And we got a lot of money in dirt, so that's going good. Next thing is, I don't know if I think it goes deeper still a little bit. I think I've dropped enough dirt on it to cover it up. Yeah, there it is. Man, I'm really trying to tell the new dirt look if is what I'm seeing, or if it's just because I haven't like really unloaded in the back of the truck lately, especially from the excavator. I feel like it is though, right? Like it's not as block. I mean, it is. You can still see like, you know, like kind of like the block of it, but it don't feel as blocky as it was. It feels a little smoother. It's gotta be. It looks good. If it's not, then I just haven't noticed it, but I'm pretty sure that's probably the new dirt look that they worked on a little bit. All right, you're pretty much full. I mean, I love all the new equipment. I love all the stuff we've been getting. Can we please just stop all the content like that and let's like fix the hit boxes on these buckets. Like it was digging and it shouldn't have been digging. I don't know about game dev, but I don't feel like hit boxes are that hard to adjust, but like it's hard to have fine control or try to like, you know, like, oh, I just want to go in there. I mean, I guess it's not hard if you get used to and figure out where the hitbox really is, but I just want it to be right where the bucket is. Let's see here. Let's just park you here for now. Where are we sitting at? Pretty close, huh? Oh, no wonder I'm an idiot. I had the bar roller there. Where in the hell did the chute go? Right there. Blind as a bat. Okay, so Alright, let's get all this stuff in its rightful place. Melted gold, melted lithium. All the steel should have been being worked over here. Take that out. There's not as much in there, I don't think, as I would have liked. So that should go there. I do like that there's at least boxes, you know, for like items like that instead of, you know, just dirt. You know, I think you put like coal in there, it still just shows dirt. Stuff like that, which is mute. Who gives a crap, really? But it is kind of cool to see that there. 200 walls. Okay, we're cooking. We are cooking. Ugh. What a jump. All right, so I think we don't want to use the bagger to clear the rest of this. I feel like it's gonna take too long and it's not worth it at the moment. Because, I don't know though, I don't know if... I just feel like it moves so slow. For like the setup we have, you know? I don't know, I can't tell. Like, if this is quicker to clear off this bench than using the loader. I don't know. The only reason I say that is because of how... You know, I don't have much depth here, so, you know, I've got enough for the wheel, obviously, but, like, I'd like to go over and then go up a little bit. Oh. And then go, you know, back, at least, so I almost want to double. We're a little too deep. Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure here. Part of me feels like it's faster, and then part of me feels like it's slower. Okay, well, this right here is... I totally got this all... Digging some realistic digging here. Bad thing is, like, even like doing that, it works. You know, sure, you're taking a lot of dirt, but at the same time, look, now I have like this. It's weird, like little trough right here. Yeah, see, because when I come back this way, I don't know. I feel like it's like I feel like the first swoop should be to the right. And then you got to come all the way back here. I could have taken some with me, but I didn't, obviously. Wrong button. Tap that just to make sure we got that over. Take us down to around 1650-ish. Go to town. There. I had opened my pop, and I didn't want it to be super loud. And I think that'll be the thing, too, figuring out how wide should we really be going. Like, kind of want to... I keep putting my fingers back on my keyboard the wrong way. Okay, we're good there. I think we'll be good. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Once we get it straight in front of us, that's where the bucket's gonna, the little hopper up here will hit. I almost kind of feel like maybe, like not between the tracks, but just outside of the tracks. Because you gotta remember, I'll be down in this pit, and I ain't gonna be able to swing my ass end around that far, because I'll be hitting the walls. So it might. Once we get down there, we'll know more. all we can do is just try and do whatever we think we want to do. That actually worked out pretty good, but like, let's see, just till we hit the corner of the crane, maybe? So right now I was kind of going for facing this way, the right side of the big arm, the cursor, right like to the outside part of that track. I already moved over a little bit, but let's try that. Let's go up a little bit though. Because I don't want to take like big unrealistic swoops here. You know, get it close once in a while. If it happens, it happens. But it's not gonna be like my main goal. You know, like this here, it's kinda, yeah, definitely a little bit too much. But we can only do what we can do. So I'm trying to see how far did I go on this one. So as we're looking at the big boom arm of the rotating wheel, so I want the outside to the corner. Okay. Swing out a little bit. About. So it's gonna leave like a little window wiper freaking marks on here. Man, yeah, driving with this thing on would be OP. That'd be nice though. So based on that logic, if I did that, that means I'd have to stop about right here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll play around with it. Well, even if we kind of figure out what we want to do, how we want to run it here, once we get down to the next level, it's going to be hard because I'm not going to have the room to run it down there right away. So that'll make it a little rough, right? So regardless, we're still going to need, I think, loaders and excavators and stuff like that, obviously, to prep the next level down for a machine like this. Obviously, you still need dozers if we want to clear the dirt off the top, not waste time running it through. We're about maxed out. No, we could probably go up at least one more time. Let's see, like, here's the next problem, right? Let's say, yep, I want to start taking some cuts right off of there. We're going to hit back there. Probably any moment here, right? We'll play around. We'll figure it out. I guess I can't tell if this is quicker than the loader. Like I said, and I want at least 2 high, right? Because then I can go from left to right. I can go up, and I already have my depth set. Like, I don't have to drive in any. I can keep the bucket on, go up, and then I can go back to the left, move forward, and rinse repeat. I think I'd want to at least double this thickness, but I don't want it too much of a lip there, where if I need to use a front end loader or something like that, that I can't get in there, or it's it's just gonna leave a big cliff. But I will say this does leave a very nice flat bottom if you use that GPS and just set your height, in your mind, keep a number there that you want. Like, you can actually, like, see with this machine, since all this has been kind of cut level-ish, it does a pretty decent job of not bouncing as much or rocking back and forth. And if I had the roller out here and roll this down, it'd probably turn out really, really good. So that's nice. All right. Well, man, I don't know. What do you guys honestly think? Do you guys think, like, at this stage, that loader is quicker for me to go scoop and dump, scoop and dump? Like, I know I have to back away, and there's time that I'm not, digging in the dirt, but there's also times when that has to rotate back. I don't know. The bagger's fun, though. I don't know if it's exciting for you. And we did unlock the fuel truck, and that is huge for the bagger because that thing is so slow. So we're definitely going to have to get a fuel truck. I'll be looking up here. A couple stacks of gold. A ton of ruby ore. Let's just cancel all of that. Let's grab ruby and diamonds. Ruby and diamonds. Grapple. Oh, grab. One, Re-kick that guy up. Let's see what we have up here. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot. I mean, maybe not too terrible. This. See, again, that's going to be part of the problem, and I'm assuming that based on what I read, the way I took it, we're going to be able to definitely sort stuff, because I want iron separate so I can bring iron off to the side and not turn it all into plates or rods, because I need to make nuts and bolts, or the steel. So yeah, when the iron turn to steel, and then have the steel split off and have half go to that production, kind of thing. But I guess I could always I could always put a storage after it pulls out of the smelter, becomes steel bars. I could always put a storage, keep it turned off, so it just let all the ores and stuff stack up there, pull out what I want, and then, turn on the pass-through and let it go through and turn into sheets. It doesn't seem to take that long to do that. So that might be a way around it, too, for now. We'll have to figure that out. We still got a decent amount of... Alright, so right now, what do we got? 2, 4, be 450 total. Like a whole whopping 28 of those. Steel sheets. I'm just gonna stick all that stuff right in there. We got enough room-ish? Okay, I lied. Let's pull out the aluminum. And I could always get another one of those machines, too. Let's throw the aluminum in here for now. That should do. We still do have all this back here, which is definitely going to take leveling if we need more room. That's cold, right? It's gotta be. That's way too big. Yeah, it's cool. Okay. I'm about to say, that's a nice big old note of it. Kind of looked bigger from the, the texture from kind of back a distance, but that's how it happens. I did forget, we do have some, I think, right here. Not digging that up, though. Alright, well, yeah, I have some plans of the plant. Well, we got the mess cleaned up. We got rid of the dirt. Again, breaking more rules, but doing it for content. Not for skill, because that's not even a skill thing, right? It takes no skill to load it into a truck and drive. It just takes time. Time that I'd rather spend digging. Doing a little bit more exciting stuff. Exciting as you can get out of war. Yeah, we have to find a new place for this. We can't have it down here because of the potential that all of this here becomes the pit, our big mine. Ideally, it was over there, all the way, right there, like on this side of the ridge. And then if for some reason we got that big, or would I hit that point when I open it up and maybe just host multiplayer on it and we just kind of keep going from there. We have the other side for there. So I need to find something. Ultimately, I need to find something kind of over here for oil field, because I need to pipe in oil to the asphalt machine that is right there that you can't see yet because it's not put up. But I think I need asphalt for that if I remember correctly. Yeah, crude oil, and gravel. So we'll have to get that figured out. We'll have to get building. All this needs to be reworked, reorganized, redone up on platforms up there. Or, I don't know, we'll figure it out. We might separate it and send it somewhere. I don't know what we're doing yet. It changes as more pieces come out, and we'll get there. But I do appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Hope you liked. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I'll leave a comment below. Let me know anything that you're thinking. Just a hi emoji, whatever you think's quicker. Any cool ideas or thoughts or something you want to see me try or do or play or whatever the case might be. But I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the support so far. Have a wonderful night, evening, and morning, and hope to see you next video. Bye.